All right, we are back now with a truly inspiring story. After a courageous battle with a rare disease, a local woman's on a mission to help others. Back in 2017, Shawn Elizabeth George was diagnosed with a rare salivary gland cancer.
All right, so fast forward to last year, Shawn completed a Couch to Marathon program and successfully ran the New York City Marathon, helping to raise $83,000 for rare cancer research. That is incredible. And now she's doing it again.
Yeah, next month she's off to Berlin, Germany to run another marathon. Yes, Shawn was not a runner. She is here in studio to tell us about her story. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is just so incredible. First of all, you know, to go through what you went through, finding out your diagnosis, the treatment process, and then now, you know, to tap into that inner strength. You weren't a runner before, and now you're running marathons.
Yes, very surprised myself.
Yeah, how did you get there?
Well, I recognize, as you mentioned, in 2017, I was diagnosed with adenoid cystic carcinoma, which is a rare salivary gland cancer. And in the process, I had my palate removed. So I speak to you with an artificial palate called an obturator that helps me speak and eat. And through the process of healing, you realize that maybe sometimes your struggle is to become your purpose. And so I've really been trying to harness my struggle to help others who are next in line, because maybe my tumor was actually taken to help somebody else not have to go through what I went through. And it somehow turned into running.
Wow, that's like a tweetable moment, as Oprah says. Your struggle became your purpose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And I had a dear friend I met, Gabe Grunwald, who is brave like Gabe, and she was the first person I met who also had ACC, and she started a foundation called Brave Like Gabe.
And there she is.
There she is, and sadly she's no longer with us. So part of what I'm doing is to carry on her legacy. I did apply to do the Couch to Marathon, which was a remarkable experience, hard, but really empowering, and it was a faithful journey. But then they've asked me, Brave Like Gabe has asked me to run the second marathon this year.
Yeah, so let's just talk about the mechanics of this, because you know, I remember doing Couch to 5K, which is only 3.1 miles, but this is Couch to Marathon. So I feel like it's something we can all learn. You started very slowly, right?
Yes. So last year I started the New York City training the New York City training with walking 2 minutes, running a minute, walking 2 minutes, running a minute, and you build up over time. So when I started for this training, I was able to at least start at 3 or 4 miles. So I only run 3 times a week, and I do strength training and I do mobility daily, but it's really just trying to take care of the whole mind, body, and it's actually very refining for the soul too, the process, because it's hard.
Well, I want to just let everyone know you have an incredible website, and we'll do this on another segment for Kara's Cures, but I love talk about it's Pause, Breathe, Pray, because this has been a spiritual journey for you as well, hence why you just gave us that wisdom that sometimes our struggle is our purpose. But you have really been able to, through this journey, you connect to this deep wisdom and you're sharing it.
Well, and yeah, so Pause, Breathe, Pray is a podcast I did start, and what it is also the giving back. So I have on my website resources for people who are newly diagnosed with cancer, people who have loved ones going through cancer, tips for them. And the second season of Pause, Breathe, Pray is specifically to provide encouragement, support, and hope for cancer patients from diagnosis through the end of treatment. So there's currently 70 episodes to encourage people along the way. So if they're driving to a treatment, sitting in, waiting in the doctor's office, sitting in a chair, having treatment, that they can have some encouragement along the way.
What has helped you through this whole journey, since your diagnosis to even getting ready to run a marathon in Germany?
For me, faith is huge. My family is huge. And just knowing that our purpose really is, at the end of the day, you coming to the edge of life with cancer, you realize you don't leave here with anything, and so really it's about the love you've given and what you've shared. And so at this point, I just want to love others well, from my family to others, and try to bless those who are next in line with what I've learned through my struggle, and harness that for good.
That's amazing.
So beautiful.
And I love that you came up with that simple name, which I often think of, so thank you for that, of like when you're facing this struggle, pause, breathe, pray is what you advise, and it's I think it's so simple, but it really helps people. So.
And the last part is live out love. So whether it's to yourself or to others, even on the marathon, you know, when I was there, I knew I was running the marathon, but if there was someone else who needed a little extra encouragement, I wanted to be present enough to let, you know, my pace go to love somebody else. Some guy had a cramp, and I just saw him on the side, and he was, it's like, or do you need a hand? But wanting to still live out love even along the marathon journey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for sharing your story and continuing to inspire others with your message.
Thank you
because
so much for having me.
we need more of you out there in the world, and more people to come through and share their stories. So
Thank you both so much.
And to learn